Que Johnny Baker Donuts here with my little cucooch right here. Miss Kukla, I want to come and say hello to everybody. Talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. There was some crazy football yesterday. First off, the Pittsburgh New England game was just a doozy, a hell of a game. I don't think that New England should have even had a chance to come back. Pittsburgh had them, but Pittsburgh just let it go. And when they went out, 3 and out late in the fourth, that was the door that opened to give New England a shot. New England came down, scored, back and forth they went. Pittsburgh then scored. And then, what happened at the end of that game where the touchdown that was taken back was really incredible. That should have been, I don't know. That could have been a touchdown. It wasn't called. It called back, went back and forth. But that's just the way New England gets it. The refs, sometimes they give them the benefit of the doubt. And then I don't know what Roethlisberger was doing with that play. Why do you throw the ball on a slant when you got 4 Patriots right there? That was not a good call. If he was going to call something, he should have called it out and throw it up in the corner where only the receiver could have caught it, and there was no other way that it could have got picked off. And then at the worst case, you kick a field goal, tie the game, and go on to overtime. I mean, they were the home team. I know they went for the win, but that shouldn't have happened. That was just a bad call. I guess they didn't learn their lesson from Seattle a few years ago that did the same thing in the Super Bowl and gave New England the championship. Right? Right, Daddy. Now, with the Rams, that team is really playing great. They pounded Seattle yesterday. I mean, total domination. They were just all over them. Proved that they are a legit team. Look, the Eagles, Nick Foles came in, backed up, started kind of rough. It was 20-7. Eli was kind of lighting them up early part of the game, but you knew that Philly was going to get it down. They did. They ended up, putting up the points, and they got what they needed where they clinched, the Eastern and the NFC, and potentially are still big time looking for number 1 seed in the NFC. And then you got Minnesota, who played dynamite. That team is another team that's really strong. I mean, the NFC is just loaded. The AFC is going to come down to 2 teams, New England and Pittsburgh. And yesterday's loss by Pittsburgh kind of locks up that game being in New England. On the other front, what else? What else are we going to talk about? Rangers are playing pretty good hockey. They had a couple of late wins, and they're holding their own. And that's it. Listen, this week, tonight we got, of course, Atlanta and Tampa Bay. Should be a rout. Atlanta's probably going to light them up to try to keep their playoff hopes alive. And it's a big playoff game for fantasy. I'm actually in the fantasy semifinal, so I'll be watching the game intently. And that's it. Johnny Baker Donuts reaching out. It's been a couple of days since we came out. Wanted to come out and talk a little. Before we know it, we'll be talking some college football and talking some other stuff. And before you know it, we'll be talking a little Mets and potential Jets with what spot they're going to be in, and are we going to get a quarterback? And the Jets, it's funny. Bryce Petty played well, but they still got to give him time. We got to see what he can do. We don't know what he's going to do yet. So peace, hair grease from Kooks and Johnny Baker Donuts. Right? Later, guys.